Welcome to my channel Soul Yoga. Today's Yogasana sequence, which is followed by Kapalbhati pranayam, is focused on bringing all body, mind, peace, harmony, and also energize the body. This session will burn calories too. So let's get centered in Vrikshasana, palms facing the screen, focusing on our breaths. Let's first get on to Dolphin pose. Get on all the fours and placing your elbows gently on the yoga mat and feet flat on the yoga mat. The Dolphin pose. Continue breathing, feeling the stretch in your legs. Relax. Sit in child's pose. Let's repeat Dolphin pose again. The elbows gently placed on the yoga mat, legs straight, feet flat on the yoga mat. And relax in child's pose. Slowly get up. The next sequence of asana is a little challenging for beginners. Sirsasana. Here I have not edited any of the sequence in this entire yoga session so that you know that yogasanas can be mastered with patience. Sirsasana. Placing your center of the skull on the yoga mat. The headstand. Now you may gently place your right leg, your left leg on the yoga mat and right leg extended. A variation of Sirsasana, not repeated from the other leg. Gently bring both the legs on the floor and let's come into Sirsasana again. Engaging the core. Extending your feet up. If you find this asana a little challenging, you can use a wall for support. And if you're a beginner, you can completely omit the sequence and stick to the dolphin pose. Now let's come to child's pose again. Continue breathing, paying attention to your inhalations and exhalations. Now let's stretch the upper back. Place your hands, your palms at the edges of the yoga mat and gently bend in a way that your chest and your chin touch the yoga mat. Upper back stretch. Continue breathing. Now let's do the spinal twist. I'll show you how it is to be done. Placing your right shoulder on the yoga mat and looking up towards the sky. You can also extend your left hand above your head. Now bring your left hand beneath the body and try holding your left foot with your left hand and straighten your right leg. This is a complete twist and you're looking up towards the sky. Continue breathing. Come back in all fours and I'll demonstrate how do you perform this asana sequence to the other side. Get your left shoulder underneath your body on the yoga mat flat, and this time your right hand is extended above the head. Continue breathing, and when you're ready, you can now hold the left hand to the left foot and extend the right leg. The entire sequence is therefore demonstrated in the opposite direction, the complete spine twist. Pay attention to your breathing. Inhale and exhale gently. Now slowly taking support of your hands, come back and sit in child's pose and relax. Slowly come up with inhalation and getting away my hair with my clip. Now I'm ready. Let's move into the next sequence of asana, Sarvangasana, the candle pose. Place your hands below the waist and get your lower body up towards the sky 90 degrees, elbows as close to each other as possible, and from here get into Halasana, the plow pose. The toes this time are touching behind the head on the yoga mat or the grass in my case. Now let's do Sarvangasana with alternate legs. This time the right leg is extended up and now the left leg. Now let's have both the legs together. I'll show you how to perform in the next Sarvangasana. As you move into Sarvangasana, straightening your legs, let's do a variation of Sarvangasana. Your right leg is perpendicular to the yoga mat. And this time the left leg goes parallel to the yoga mat and the right leg is perpendicular to the yoga mat. Now extend both the legs. And gently place them on the yoga mat. Try holding your toes. And now let's move quickly into another variation of Sarvangasana. Let me demonstrate to you. This is Sarvangasana. This is a balancing Sarvangasana pose that we are doing. We will release the hands from the waist. Place the hands gently on the yoga mat. Chin tucked between the collarbones. And we will attempt to place our hands, our palms gently on the knees. And relax in Halasana, holding your toes behind your head, biceps touching your ears. Now get into Karnapindasana. Your knees are touching your ears, feeling the complete stretch in the lower back. And gently relax. And now let's relax the spine in Pavan Muktasana. Clasp your hands, bend your knees, press them against the chest. And now with deep inhalation and exhalation, let's get our nose between the knees and rock gently, massaging the spine. Let's do a couple of more 2 throws. come and sit in Padmasana. For those who can do it, lotus pose. Or you can skip this entire sequence, because here we are trying to do Padmasana with Sarvangasana. You can try to get the legs parallel to the yoga mat, taking the support of your hands on the waist. And extending your legs up in Sarvangasana. Slowly come back on the yoga mat. Tying away my hair with my clip so that it doesn't obstruct in my yoga asanas. Now let's do a bit of cardio, which is Surya Namaskaras, bending back and then taking a deep breath in, jump into plank, step between your hands, bend forward, stepping both the feet between your hands, bend back, Surya Namaskara variations and Surya Namaskaras, bend back, take a deep breath in, bend forward, with your left foot between your hands. Now come to plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. Now snake pose, Bhujangasana. Feet planted in the same position, the downward dog. Let's jump between your feet. Pull up your toes. Bend back. Namaste. Repeat it. Take a deep breath in, bend back, and forward. The right foot this time between your hands, looking up. Come to plank quickly. Chaturanga Dandasana from there, Bhujangasana, downward dog pose, flat feet on the yoga mat, and step between your hands, bending forward, taking a deep breath in and bend back, Namaste, Namaste, bend back, taking a deep breath in, and let's repeat the entire sequence of Surya Namaskara and create an energizing cardio yogasana sequence. Stretching the back, energizing the heart and lungs. From downward dog, jump between your hands, bend forward, taking a deep breath in, bend back, Namaste. Let's do it one more time, bend back and then forward. The right foot bed step between your hands, go to plank, Chaturanga Dandasana and Bhujangasana. From there move to downward facing dog. Jump between the feet. Let's repeat it a couple of more times. Taking a deep breath in and feeling the energy. Bend forward. The left foot this time between your free hands. The plank position. Upward dog. Downward facing dog. Step between your hands. And back, and now coming back to Namaste. Let me show it and demonstrate the entire sequence in the other direction. And forward. The right foot between your hands, this time plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward dog, downward facing dog. Step between your hands, bend forward, bend back, Namaste. Bend forward, take a deep breath in, the left foot between your hands, plank, Chaturanga Dandasana, upward dog, downward facing dog, feeling the stretch in the shoulders, step between your hands, pull up your toes, couple of deep breaths, and with a deep inhalation, bend back at Namaste. Let's repeat the sequence one more time, feeling the energy in the body. These yogasanas coupled with Surya Namaskaras are great calorie burners. Of course, they help us stretch more effectively, and with yogasanas we get centered and calmer. Jump or step between your hands. And let's repeat it one more time. Bend back with a deep inhalation, bend forward. The left foot between your hands. Plank, Chaturanga Dandasana. From there, let's do some Chaturanga planks. That helps in strengthening your core. And let's move to Bhujangasana. Downward dog. Step or jump between your hands, pulling up your toes. Bend back. Namaste. After this energizing sequence of yogasanas, let's get centered with some balancing poses. Vrikshasana. Place your left foot on the inner right thigh. And from there, let's try to hold the right toe with your right hand and get it parallel to the yoga mat, looking in the other direction. This is an excellent balancing pose. Release your right leg. Let's repeat the entire sequence other side. I'm not editing any portion of the sequence where you can see that I'm not very good in the other direction. But I always make it a point to attempt and master the asana till I get it right. This time the left foot is in the right inner thigh, keeping a focal drishti point ahead. And from here, you can hold your left toe with your left hand. I am making attempts, as you can see. I have a certain challenge in my right leg for balance. But as you notice, I have not edited any portion. I just want to reiterate that in yoga, you try your best. Like for instance, in this case, I have finally done it. You're looking the other direction, holding your left foot with your left hand. And gently place your legs together, taking a deep breath in. Namaste, and feeling the energy in the body. From here, place your right ankle on the left knee and let's bend forward, feeling the stretch in the hips. I'll show you how it looks from the sideways. Let us do some right hip shred poses, touching your nose with the right knee and extending your leg up a couple of times. Couple of times more with deep inhalation and exhalation. And from here, you're trying to hold your ankle either with both hands, or if you feel that balancing is a challenge, you can place your hand next and try to extend your leg and come back to original position. Taking deep breath in, come to the center. Let's repeat the entire sequence in the opposite direction. This time we place the left ankle above the right knee and bend forward. Continue breathing, feeling the stretch in your glutes and your hips. Now let's do some mobility yogasanas. The left knee makes all attempt to touch the nose. And here you are shredding your hip, trying to extend your leg, left leg up and keeping your right leg as straight as possible. Couple of times. And now extending your right leg and straightening your left. Continue. Now let's hold the ankle either with both the hands, and if balance is a challenge, you can take the support with your left hand and extend the leg. Feeling the stretch in the hips. Gently place your legs on the yoga mat. Stretch your toes, bend forward, Padottanasana. Taking a deep breath in, come to the center. So from here, we'll go to Jata Parivrtasana. Lie down on the yoga mat. Your legs are 90 degrees. Hands perpendicular to the yoga mat, and let's twist from the waist. Both the feet touching each other. Feeling the stretch in the spine. Let's repeat it in left and right directions. As your legs move towards the right, your head moves towards the left. Ensure that the feet are always together and the knees are straight. Let's repeat it a couple of more times. And this time, let's move into some asanas that focus on variations of Navasana. Placing your hands behind your skull, get your legs together around 60 degrees from your body, feeling the stretch in your abs. As you lower down your feet further, you will be feeling the stretch. And when you're ready, you can lift your upper portion in a boat pose or a Navasana, where your eyes, tips of the fingers and the toes are in the same direction. A slight easier modification of Navasana, where the legs are extended more close to each other. You can attempt at trying to hold your feet in a modification of Navasana. Here I am trying to attempt to hold the feet. But as you can notice, this is slightly challenging. Now hold the toes with your hands. Feeling the stretch. Let's lift our torso and our upper portion of the body, supported only by the hips, buttocks and the navel. And relax. Let's move into Sirsasana. In Sirsasana, folding your right leg and placing your right foot next to your left thigh. Let's bend sideways, extending and stretching our legs. Continue Continue breathing. Now you may place the right foot on the inside of the left thigh, the groin in area, and bend forward holding your foot. Slowly come back. Let's repeat the entire sequence on the other side. This time the left foot is placed gently next to the right thigh. Sirsasana. You may place your left foot on the right groin. Namaste. Taking a deep breath in and bending forward. Continue breathing. Feeling the stretch in the spine and the legs. You may slowly get up. Let's do Ardha Matsyendrasana. Placing your left foot next to your right knee and twisting, holding your left foot with your left hand. And let's repeat Ardha Matsyendrasana, the spinal twist the other direction. Extending your hand up. We try to hold the left foot with the right hand and look behind. And slowly relax. Let's move into Sirsasana, the camel pose. Get on your knees and try clasping your ankles with your hands and bend back. If you're flexible, you can hold your hands, and as you bend back, you can do a complete stretch with Vrikshasana. I'm trying to remove my clip so that I can do the Vrikshasana perfectly, and also do a chest stretch by getting the skull, the center of the skull on the yoga mat, and lifting it up, and then relaxing again in Supta Virasana, this reclining hero pose. Slowly you may get up, releasing your legs. And now let's sit in Padmasana, because we are at the end of our asana sequence, and let's do pranayam, getting the fingertips, the index and the thumb in chin mudra, touching them. And now let's do Kapalbhati pranayam, which is forceful exhalations. With every exhalation, you're thrusting your stomach inwards, keeping your eyes closed, attention between your eyebrows. Kapalbhati pranayam. Pranayams are most effective to energize the lungs, get you calmer and centered, and also stimulates the basal metabolic rate. Continue with Kapalbhati pranayam till I ask you to. If you have more time, you can do it further longer. With every exhalation, you're trying to get more centered and forcefully exhale while clenching your stomach inwards. Continue. Kapalbhati pranayam. With Kapalbhati pranayam, you will slowly find more focus, clarity in thought. Now you may relax. For people who have more time, you can continue Kapalbhati pranayam. Here I am lying down with my eyes closed in Shavasana, the corpse pose. My hands gently placed next to each other, palms facing the sky, 6 inches away from the body. Feet also more than hip width apart. And I am relaxing. Relax your whole body. Share and subscribe to my channel for more yoga.